All right. What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? Welcome back to the channel. This is Thinker St. James here with you for The Ultimate Fighter Season 33, Team Cormier versus Team Sonnen. Why are these two coaching The Ultimate Fighter this year? The world may never know, but we together are going to find out just how goofy this season of the show is going to be, and I think episode 1 is going to be a great indication of the type of goofiness that we can expect going forward throughout the entirety of it, hopefully, because if it starts out good and goofy, maybe it'll stay that way. Show doesn't start for another 20 minutes or so, but I said, you know what, why not jump on early anyway, just to say what's up, see how everybody's doing out there, considering that we have gotten some new subscribers to the channel. We've gotten some new followers on a couple of the platforms, and we were going to be doing the replay watch of myself and Vitz King at Real Cage Fighting doing the commentary for that event, but considering that this is on, we had to pull a very quick change of schedule. So shout out to Chase Parton for reminding me that The Ultimate Fighter starts tonight. He usually does the watch-alongs. Generally, I'm actually over in his chat for The Ultimate Fighter, but today he is having to work. He's going to be doing rewatches on his channel, so youtube.com/@CPSmalls for Chase Parton. I'm going to try to catch the rewatch streams over there, hang out with the homie. But tonight, live and premiering is The Ultimate Fighter Season 33. Pretty wild. 20 years of The Ultimate Fighter at this point. This is 20 years of the show. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing considering that The Ultimate Fighter saved the UFC in its early days, and without it, we might not even have the UFC as we know it. So, The Ultimate Fighter, for whatever you want to say about the quality level of the show and where it's gone and how different it is now from what it used to be and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I got plenty of opinions about that. But I still will always have a very special place in my heart for The Ultimate Fighter because of the importance that it holds in this sport. So, very excited to see this season, see what the fighters are like, see if we've got any actual legitimate talent coming in because of it. And of course, I just recently, this was completely coincidental actually, I only briefly mentioned it in the video, but just recently put out a video about Chael Sonnen and the hallway incident. You know, he just put out his apology, cover all of that, cover how little concrete information there is about the hallway incident in that video. So if you haven't watched it, youtube.com/@YamaShow. Check it out. Give it a like. People seem to be enjoying it. So thank you to everybody who has watched it and enjoyed it. But again, completely coincidental, more so because Chael just almost at random, it seemed, at the time, or, you know, potentially still does, depending on what the truth is that we don't know. But Chael just apologized out of nowhere for this incident that happened multiple years ago. So maybe it was partially as a pittance to make sure that he could come into The Ultimate Fighter with no skeletons in the closet. Either way, Chael Sonnen, as I said in that video, my favorite trash talker of all time. He is the GOAT of trash talking as far as MMA is concerned. There's never going to be another one like Chael, in my opinion, unless somebody else can really master the WWE-style promo cutting, which he does so well. And plenty have tried something similar, and most, I would say, have failed. You know, Chael, obviously Connor is in a different class of trash talk, a different style of trash talker, but that's like your Mount Rushmore right there. It's pretty much Chael, Connor, and everybody else. I'm trying to think of who I would put even as third. I mean, I guess Dreekus has to be up there now at this point. Again, this is 3 different versions of trash talk, though. Making sure I'm keeping track of the time over here, but all three of the fighters that I mentioned is like three different iterations of trash talk, three different styles. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to compare them, but I got love for each of the styles. If you take them all as like the GOAT of the style that they have, which I think actually all three of them really kind of are individual GOATs in their own right, then you GOAT versus GOAT, all three of them. And to me, Chael comes out on top for what I like and find entertaining. Rick Allen, what's good, brother? Chael doesn't do that well. He's just annoying. I find his videos unwatchable. He's just loud and annoying, IMO. I mean, fair assessment on his videos. I would say that, I mean, I talk about that in the hallway video a little bit. I kind of just, joke about it. But yeah, I mean, Chael, like as an MMA commentator, I would not put up there very high. I think that he's inflammatory for the sake of being inflammatory. He reminds me a little bit of they're not, it's not a one-to-one comparison, but he reminds me a little bit of like Jesse is on Fire, who I'm not a super huge fan of. No disrespect to the guy, honestly, because I really like haven't seen enough to have a full-on opinion. But the stuff that I've seen that guy say sometimes, I'm just like, bro, either you're like straight trolling or your takes are just like, we're not seeing eye to eye on this shit, put it civilly. But that's what Chael kind of reminds me of when it comes to his videos and like his commentary on the sport. But back in the day, back when Chael was fighting, back when Chael was on that stage during the pressers, you cannot deny the entertainment value of that shit, dude. Come on, man. Even a cold-hearted bastard like Rick Allen's gotta acknowledge the GOAT, Chael Sonnen, with his abilities on the microphone, I would think. But to each their own. And if you don't think that, then who is the best trash talker? I'd be interested to know your opinions. While we tick down the clock over here, waiting for this episode to start. I don't know. I'm like unusually excited about this now because I think because of the scheduling of the show and like the fact that I don't watch much ESPN outside of the fights, like I've seen the Ultimate Fighter promos week after week, so it kind of almost becomes like background noise. It becomes white noise on the broadcast where it's like, oh yeah, the Ultimate Fighter, oh yeah, the Ultimate Fighter, and you just kind of keep passing it down the line a little bit, kicking the can down the road, to the point where I probably would have missed it, but Chase pointed it out, and I was like, shit, I mean, unfortunate that it kind of conflicted with some of the other plans for what we had on the channel. We're going to have to figure out when we're going to do the replay watch along now, but either way, I was like, man, I haven't done a live watch of The Ultimate Fighter. Shoot, it's been quite a while now. I think that probably back when it was one of the Contender Series. I think that they were airing the end of The Ultimate Fighter and then the Contender Series, which are they doing that this year too? When does the Contender Series start? Oh, brother, we might have a lot of viewing ahead of us. The Contender Series, DWCS. When does the Contender Series start? People, tell me the answer to the question. That's last season. Season 9, I guess. Yep, Tuesdays at 8. I guess that's why they're starting this at 10. I would have watched it with the Vitz King, but like I had somewhere to be in the afternoon, and I'm like, I'm not going to go over and just hang at Vitz's house for 5 hours, But the Contender Series, I guess, is generally in October. So maybe they're not running concurrently this year, or maybe they're not going to overlap, or maybe they're going to overlap in the last... Wait, in October? No, they're not going to overlap. It's only coming into June, right? July, August? Yeah, no way. All right, so maybe they're not. Maybe they're spreading it out a little bit more this year, which I can appreciate, honestly, because, man, like I said, like on the one hand, it's good to like knock them both out on one night so that I can go do the other stuff for the channel. But like on the other hand, man, it's tough. It is tough to do Tough and the Contender Series in one night, and then have to schedule everything else, because I am not going to tip the hand just yet, but an incident just happened recently that I'm probably going to be making a video about. Always when it comes to the recorded videos that are not like conversational style stuff, like I know that it's time to make a video about a subject when jokes just start flying at me left and right. And the thing that I'm going to be talking about, I was just like, bing, 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 bing. I was just making myself laugh, just like commenting on it to myself. So I think that I got some good material for it. So keep an eye on the channel for the next video. But as we continue to wait, I do want to mention that the replay VOD of the real cage fighting event that myself and Vitz King commentated on is still available. It is on Patreon at, I believe, either Cage Life Foundation's Patreon or Real Cage Fighting's Patreon. You can go to the post sections, the post section on youtube.com/@YamaShow for the post that will give you the link to that if you're interested. It's $10 for the pay-per-view, but the Cage Life Foundation is a charitable organization, so your money is going to a good cause, going to free and discounted training for athletes and MMA fighters of the future. So a worthy cause, good cause. Shout out to Tim Cage, and shout out to Brandon Rivers of Homegrown MMA. That's the homie. TJF, what is good with you, my guy? At work, so can't talk much, but you're the GOAT. TJF, you are the GOAT, brother. You are the GOAT. I am but a humble streamer hanging out with the GOAT TJF. So thank you very much for checking in. Hope you're having a good day at work, my guy. Hope school is going well for you too, brother. The Ohio player just was shouting you out, my man. Next song from childhood, Dragula by Rob Zombie. Brother, man, I'll tell you, dude. We got time for this? Yes, I think we got enough time. The first concert, like the first real concert, you know how it is, like your parents, I mean, I don't know, maybe not everybody had parents who were big into music, but like both my parents have like really good taste in music and were like actively music listeners and appreciators for my entire youth. So I definitely was around music a lot, and I'm sure that I went to concerts as like a little kid, but like the first real concert that was like, I want to go to that concert, can I go to that concert, was Korn, Rob Zombie, and Videodrome. And let me tell you, dude, it was a fucking banger. I was too young to even appreciate how amazing that show was. It was on the fucking Follow the Leader tour, brother. Korn's greatest record. And I got to see that show with Rob Zombie also touring on Hellbilly Deluxe. I mean, dude, like, I appreciated it as a kid. As an adult, I'm like, man, that's one of those ones where you're like, bro, you got hooked up. You're that, like, I could never really truly, like, you know, I hate that there are circumstances where, you know, people have bad relationships with parents or whatever. And like sometimes people can really, really have bad relationships. I feel terrible for situations like that. But like, if I ever in my mind or heart ever was like, fuck my parents, I hate those motherfuckers, I would always have to A, self-assess as to why I was thinking that in the first place, but B, always fall back on Korn and Rob Zombie. They made that happen. Twitch hates you, bro. I've saw the noti and it still says you're offline on there, bro. We know the deal with Twitch, man. I'm done fighting Twitch, dude. I can't do anything about Twitch. Twitch just does not like us, and that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't know what to do. The only thing that I can think to do when it comes to Twitch is hopefully at some point the YouTube channel gets big enough that we can like have a little bit of leverage to negotiate and like have like maybe a representative or somebody from Twitch that we can talk to be like, look, all we're doing is cursing a little bit more than average, vaping, and talking about fights. None of those things, as far as I am aware, is illegal or against terms of service. So maybe you want to hook us up a little bit here, considering that I started my streaming career on Twitch. I love Twitch. I have a great affinity for the platform. I quite enjoy it there, and I've made some great connections and friends from there. Shout out to all of the homies out at Hub Challenge and fucking Mr. Rage Quit. You know what I mean? Like all these are people I consider legitimate friends. I took a trip to see people that I met from Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the homies. Like I love Twitch, but I cannot do shit about it if they are not going to play ball with us, considering we are doing nothing wrong. I can only do nothing wrong so much. You know what I mean? Like, what else am I supposed to do? I don't even know what else I could do. I could text them, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to literally pick up my phone and text them. I mean, I could send them a message. Hello. Excuse me, Twitch? This is Thinker. What's up? I could send him a message and just be like, yo, what's going on? But like, I don't trust it to do anything. And Twitch is selective as shit about their enforcement of their rules. They don't like you. They're not going to hook you up. So it's just going to have to be what it's going to be, man. So I appreciate you checking in and making sure that you're, keeping me posted on how that's going over there. But, I can't really do it. Three of God's deadliest sins. Fair. We are waiting for the free VOD. We are broke. Feel you, bro. I feel you on that. I understand. The VOD is going to be with me and Vitz talking over me and Vitz. But what I'm thinking I'll probably end up doing too is I'll probably end up chopping up certain sections and making it into like a little bit of like a me doing commentary demo reel kind of thing. So you'll get some unadulterated versions as well. Also, by the way, it is raining and storming like crazy outside. I live in a swamp, as you know. It happens around here. We get pretty bad weather. So just be aware that if we have internet problems tonight, that's at least a good reason for it. Plenty of times it's not raining and we have internet problems. No good reason for it. Shout out to Spectrum, greatest providers on the planet. Get away. That's right. No donkeys around here. Donkey. Get out of my swamp. I don't know what the fuck that was, but close enough. Big Shrek in this bitch. It's how I cover up for a bad imitation. I get amped afterwards. That's right, bitch. That imitation sucked. What now? Oh, man. Excited about The Ultimate Fighter. Thank you all for hanging out. TJF, Rick Allen, Toby, always, Ohio player, my good buddy, my co-host. Appreciate each and every one of you guys, for real, for real. Sad that Guru is better at impersonating. Oh, that one hurts. See, the thing is, though, is that I don't do it often enough. I could probably get better. Like, this is something like I used to. I think I probably said this at some point. Got to keep track of time here, so let me make sure I'm queuing this guy up. But I think I might have mentioned this at some point. That, like, back when I was doing voice acting a whole lot, I would, like, listen to different, like, just recordings of people and like try to imitate accents and stuff like that. So I'm not terrible at it if I listen to it a little bit. I gotta get into it. I gotta immerse myself. I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis over here, bro. I'm a method actor. All right. I embody the roles that I get into. I embody my roles. I body other rappers. It is what it is. Don't encourage him to do accents, bro. Man, the one time I was on your stream, I didn't get to hear shit, accents or otherwise. Get on stream and show me how it's done, you hating bitch. Toby, are you able to watch The Ultimate Fighter live? Is it too late in the morning already for you? Does it air on regular TV over there, or like, one of the packages that you just get with TV, or do you have to go online for it? All right, it is 59. Start screen still has not started for this event. What the fuck is going on here, ESPN Plus? Oh, there we go. All right, we got it. Oh, do we got it? I'm seeing a spinning circle right now. Do we got it or what, people? It says live. There we go. All right, we good here. And I will have a sync point for you when this show is underway here. Haven't watched Tough for years. I just stream it on an illegal movie site. You're not missing your Uncle Chael. Hey, brother, I do not condone any illegal activities. We do not represent that here on Yama. But you're still the homie, and I support you in anything that you do. Okay, DAV commercial here. Your sync point. All right, an ESPN original series. There is your sync point. Ultimate Fighter is underway, people. I'm excited. Let's go. Do you want to be a fighter? The question is still the fucking same. The question is still the same. 20 years of the same question being answered every season by fighters that have gone on to win belts. Bro, come on. Get hyped for the Ultimate Fighter. Show some fucking respect. Put some respect on its name. I don't know why I'm so hyped. I'm like overly hyped right now. Let's cool it down a little bit. Only you will know that answer. I love you. Oh, yeah. Goddamn right. Back when Uncle Dana still cared about MMA. Ooh, spicy. Do we really believe that, by the way? Do we really believe that Dana just has forgotten about MMA and is putting everything into boxing now? Do you want to be a prospect who will probably not even get ranked, do you mean? Look, bro, there's a lot of people on The Ultimate Fighter, all right? Not every one of them can be Charles Oliveira. But I mean, like, we were just talking on the podcast last night saying how Macy Chiasson was a Ultimate Fighter winner, and she's getting her way up there now. There have been plenty. Kurt Hallbaugh can be ranked eventually. Chiltobi. Hey, brother, the man has been fighting since you were a twinkle in your father's eye. That actually might be true. Think about that. That might actually be a legitimate fact. So, if he has been fighting that long, anything's possible, my man. Anything's possible. The fast motion sped up shots of Nevada. You know it's the Ultimate Fighter Modern Edition. Now they know the sport of MMA, so we don't have to do shit anymore. We don't have to put a fucking cent of production into this thing anymore. It's on autopilot. We just let the thing run. Bro, half of these dudes look like surfers right now. They all look mad comfortable. That dude in the Hawaiian shirt. I am digging the Hawaiian though. I guess it's maybe because the Ultimate Fighter necklace looks sort of like a puka shell thing if you kind of squint and look real quick, you know? Am I going to see Mission Impossible? We talked about Mission Impossible on not the last episode of the podcast, the one before that. Go back and rewatch the podcast, Rick Allen. That dude looks like Terrence McKinney a little bit. Uncle Chael with the pants hiked way up and the grandpa glasses. I love the modern Chael look, bro. I hope that I can rock that look effectively in the future. Because A, it's gangster as shit, and B, it looks comfortable as shit. All right, my bad, bro. Miss out on the quality commentary of the podcast. That's your choice. You know, I live in a country called the United States where everyone has the God-given right to be an idiot. So, you know, I abide by that. You can be as dumb as you want to be, bro. Showing DC highlights when he was only slightly big. Unlike now, where he is massive big. Let's see how I actually didn't notice how big DC is during the filming here. Maybe he cut a little bit of weight. DC strikes me as the type of guy that would like hit the treadmill a little bit so that he looks good on TV because he knew that he would be like more from the waist down than he is on the broadcast. Or from the upper whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Conveniently going to leave out the fact that Chael challenged for the belt so many times and never won it. Yeah, Chael has been a coach on Tough twice. Why is he here? I started out the stream with that question, and the question still remains. Why are DC and Chael the coaches? Why? There you go. He's literally, Dana just saying right now, yeah, usually the coaches fight, but obviously these guys retired. Yeah, exactly. So why the fuck are they there? I want the coaches fight. DC would never hit the treadmill unless fried chicken was hanging from him. Bro, he's got it on the stick. He's got it on the stick hanging out dangling. He's playing the I'm All About the Cake song. All about that cake and chicken. Hey, Forrest Griffin, the legend. This is awesome, man. Honestly, like that. From the old school Golden Age fan in me, even though I was not watching consistently at that time, Vitz King actually has more experience with the Golden Age than I probably do. Very bits and pieces back then for me. But as a respecter and appreciator of the Golden Age, it is awesome to see Forrest Griffin, Chael, and DC. Obviously, RIP to Stephen Bonner, and how amazing would that have been if he was there. But yeah, that's a very sad element of it, but a legend forever, Stephen Bonner. So, on a serious note, shout out to him and everything that he accomplished in his career. And these guys trying to be the next Ultimate Fighter. Forrest Griffin, of course, does a great amount of charity work and community outreach for the UFC, so huge props for that. All right, we're just doing open warm-ups here just to see how these guys are. You, fight that guy. You, over there, make the coffee. You, sweep up the mats over there while we get ready over here. And everybody rotates. We're going to speed date the gym right now. You fight. You clean. You sweep. Who can be away from their wife for the extended period? Bro. Man, I guess speaking as an unmarried man, that has always been the craziest one to me. Like, a vacation from your wife and kids? Like, when you're with them every single day of your life, almost 24/7? Sounds okay to me, man. Look, shout out to all the married people out there. I just remember that from all the other seasons. Shout out to my homie Cody Gibson. Getting emotional, being away from the wife and kids. It must be real. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying that I won't be that exact same person when I have a wife and kids. But as of right now, at the very least, man, I'm like, yeah, a couple weeks off, you know? Oh, they're only young once, man. Yeah, they'll still be young in a couple weeks. It's weeks, bro. I mean, if they're infants. Oh, shit. I missed what DC was joking about there. Damn it. What has he been looking for his whole life? An even larger rack of ribs? He just saw some good sparring, and that was the reaction. All right, cool. Must be Eduardo. All right. Eduardo is the name to remember right now. You always got to remember that this is still a reality show, so whoever they show you more of is probably a person that's going to, be an important member of the storyline. All right, the coin flips. Yellow. Team Cormier gets the first pick. First pick in both weight classes going to DC. Who will he pick? Does it matter to me? Not particularly right now. They all just look like dudes to me. All right, Eduardo Henrique does indeed become the first pick for DC. I mean, maybe I missed the part where he was like really impressive with his sparring. I was yapping away, but it's still just pad work, though. I don't know. Oh, so I guess Morales is a veteran of the UFC. All right. Oh, that's Mr. Hawaiian Shirt. Not only is he a former UFC fighter trying again, but he is the best dressed man in the building right now, aside from Chael. He comes for a win this shit. Dude hugged DC so hard it hurt. That's how you know he really wants it. Bro, don't you know there's only room for one Diego right now? Diego Sanchez out of the promotion. Diego Lopez, time is now. Diego, this guy? I don't know, bro. You got to wait. Sorry. You got to go by your middle name. Oh. So I guess one of DC's coaches from Kazakhstan is a fighter on his team? And now we're just speed running. Always hate when it gets down to the end here. You know, it's like the last guy. Roybert. That's a cool name. From Venezuela. Chael keeps complimenting. They're both complimenting each other's picks. This is going to be the most, like, contrived goofiness rivalry that you're going to see on The Ultimate Fighter. Like, all of this is going to be just, you know, fun uncles palling around with each other. Fighters might get into it. Chael having trouble pronouncing homie's name. Par for the course. Chael doing the fake sleeping. Yes, hilarious. Thank you, Chael. Wrap it up. Should have the Oscar playoff music. But what DC is saying is true, though. Andreas Binder from Ireland, it looked like. All right. You got welterweights. Both sides have them. You see all those names, remember them. It's going to be on the test. Well, pep talk from Forrest Griffin. Chael's not telling him to wrap it up. Letting Forrest yap over here. Forrest is a well-spoken individual. It's surprising to me that he did not do more commentary and media stuff. All right. Our stage is set for The Ultimate Fighter. The fighters are picked. The commercial is playing. Life is good. Schwab? Who remembers Group X from back in the day? Bang, bang, bang. Who's that old? In internet years? That is ancient. In internet years, that is Stone Age. That shit still was good, though. I just want bang, bang, bang. They're doing the ads differently now. Like, the ads used to be just off of the feed. Now the ads are more like normal, where it's or like normal streaming, where it's like it's got the little thing in the corner that says ad, and it's got a countdown timer on it. Like, the ads themselves are all like major brands and stuff, but like I guess they changed their interface a little bit or something, maybe, or maybe it's a different browser. You know, I'm on a different browser, so maybe it's just different for some reason. But either way, not opposed. At least it lets me know how much time we got left. John motherfucking Dong, how are you, sir? John Dong, you got to come clean, bro. I'm on to you, man. I'm on to you, bro. I know the deal over here. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. I'm good, man. Enjoying The Ultimate Fighter so far. What am I talking about? I'm on to you, bro. I have my suspicions that you and Rick Allen are one and the same. This is something I'm believing over here. And it might be one of those things that maybe I should have already known it, but I'll take that aspect of it on myself. Either way, I appreciate it. I don't mind if it is the truth, but you can deny if you want to. I'm knowing the truth. Jean-Paul Gaultier. One of the funnier moments in American Psycho. No way you're Rick Allen. You're not as cool as him. Who could be? Who could be? The GOAT, Rick Allen. Representing all of Canada. The lone Canadian. I think actually right now Rick Allen might be the only Canadian like regular that we have in the chat. All right. Still at commercial break as far as their feed goes. We ever coming back to the show? Because we've seen a lot of commercials already. Any day now. Okay, here we go. All right, we're back. Looking at the Tough House. Jeez, these dudes are power sprinting. They want the rooms. Gotta get the room. Gotta get the room. Bro, you're all gonna get rooms. Like, what is the point? Oh, we got an Indian fighter on The Ultimate Fighter. Arsyan Memon. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Twitter is going to have so much to say. Oh, God. You know, I got a lot of respect for these Indian fighters. Him, fucking, the Lion King guy, Anshul Jubli, and Pooja Tomar, because good Lord, they are merciless on Twitter. Were you able to watch the video about Rigo yet? No, I have not. Thank you for reminding me, John Dong. I'm going to put that in the notes. I've been fucking busy as hell lately, to be perfectly honest, man. Like, I had it in the order of things, and it just, I lost it, but I will try to do that. Actually, I might even just do that after I get off of here, so I'm going to write that down. Get my pad and paper here. All right, this dude wants to smash each other. Says we're going to have a good barbecue, and then it's time to smash. All right, I got it written down there. It's always great on The Ultimate Fighter, the international nature of the show, just to see crazy and different cultures. Diego Bianchini. Bianchini? Yeah, this guy's got a lot to say. Oh, he's going to be the dude that's going to get all heated later on in the season. We've got one calm Brazilian. We've got one crazy Brazilian. Thanks for sending over your crazy, Brazil. Again, it don't even matter, bro. The fact that there is an Indian fighter, like that dude, man, these dudes on the X platform are just wild with some of the shit they say about India and Indian fighters and all of that stuff. So shout out to this guy walking so that others can run. Cartwheel. Jump, high jump. Oh, we're high jumping over here. Jump around. House of Pain style. Embrace the grind. Brother, that's all I can do right now. I am spreading myself thin, but I love it though. All right. Fast motion exercise biking over here. And see, I like, on a more serious note, DC, I do very much believe is like a real deal, high level, excellent coach. So after all of the goofy uncle shit, like you break down the actual like coaching of DC and probably Chael to an extent too, but I would say DC way more so. But like because honestly, like watching the old seasons of Chael on The Ultimate Fighter, like when he really got down to business, like he knew obviously he knows what he's talking about. That wasn't the implication. He gets into coach mode, I guess is what I was trying to get at. What are some upcoming fights or potential fights that can happen this year, but you feel that not enough people are talking about them? Ooh, that's a good question. Damn, that's a good one, man. I mean, like as far as like actual matchups, it's kind of, I'd have to be like looking at a roster more so, but like there are definitely fighters that I want to see fight. I'm glad Macy Chiasson is fighting. Hopefully she gets a high level opponent going forward. A couple of the guys off the Contender Series I really liked. I think that giving them fights will prove where they're at and coming in. So again, I'm struggling to like pick individual names of those, but like Gustafsson is definitely one of them. We were just talking about him on the show. As far as like high level fights, I mean, obviously Shavkat coming back is important, so we're gonna have to see what's happening there. And as far as like people not talking about fights, I mean, maybe what's gonna happen next for like Bryce Mitchell, I would say is still interesting to me. Anything at flyweight, Kai Asakura, I guess the way that I look at it is like fighters who had a lot of hype, and then like what's their next thing going to be? Like the hype dies down, and now like people need to restart talking about some of these guys. I guess that's where my head's at with that. So Kai Asakura, Tatsuro Taira, Sick of hearing about Ilian Islam and Jones versus Aspinall. Bro, we all are, but that's the problem with what's happening in the sport right now, Like, really, people are not only talking about those fights when they're talking about that. They're talking about how upset they are with the state of the UFC right now. Delitze versus Fluffy? Yeah, I've never been a huge Delitze fan. We're just talking about that in the Discord recently. I'm like, he's a brawler. He just reminds me of an evolved Anthony Smith. So, I mean, I'm good with it. Like, I even though he's a moron and like dumb for the way that he's navigating his career, I'm excited to see Arman come back. Say that's one. I'd like to see Amir Albazi like get a win again. I always like the way that guy fights. And then of course Josh Van bubbling beneath the surface at all times. Marab breaking his toe. People not talking about that very much for some reason, even though it was a fucking compound fracture. Like, there's that video going around of, like, the bottom of his toe, like, sticking out through the skin. Unless that was a prank or some shit. All right. Good stare down between those two. No flinching going on there. Shaking hands and walking away. There's going to be some good sound bites from this show, man. I should probably clip that one for the soundboard. That's what I like. Trying to think of some other fights to answer your question, because I really like that question. Let's see. Some like maybe like fighters like Bekoev. Mirzakhanov, Oban Elliott, getting rescheduled. I want to see him fight again. I'd like to see I want to see fucking Superboy Choi come back, man. I mean, I'm a huge fan of that guy, and it feels like he fights like leap years. Granted, he was in the military for a while there, so understandable, but still, I mean, I'm a huge Doo-Ho Choi fan. That dude, I'm not gonna remember his name, but the dude who was Road to UFC that just got that really nice submission a couple weeks ago. Trying to think. Oh, Taliesin Teixeira. How about that? I'd like to see him fight again. Contender Series guy that went out, fucking landed some beautiful elbows, similar to the elbows that Gustafsson landed on the actual Contender Series itself. Did that against Junior Tafa or Justin or whichever one it was, and knocked him out pretty badly. Walter Walker, can he get another fucking heel hook? Brother has been racking up leg-based submissions at heavyweight. Trying to think of like some sluggers. One thing I thought about, this is somewhat related, I guess. Obviously, there are levels to the question, but I was thinking in the car, I have the car thoughts. And I was thinking like Alex Pereira, like he was so far at the top of the heap in my GOAT conversation for a while there, Like, he was really, like, the star power was palpable, and then he loses to Ankalaev, and now no one is talking about Pereira, and no one is talking about Ankalaev. Like, it was like the energy from light heavyweight just went. So, I mean, yeah, there you go. How about the champ defending his belt? I'd like to get excited about that, even if people find him boring. Excited to see Steve Garcia fight again. That is the best answer to your question, John Dong. You answered your own question with the absolute 10,000% galaxy brain answer. And I am not even being ironic. That is 100% the correct answer to your question. When is Steve Garcia fighting again? I'm trying to think of like other like legit killers too that just like don't get the praise. Oh, what's his name? Oh God, man, dude from the Contender Series I'm forgetting his name because we literally were saying that like the dude is so good that we're forgetting his name. Garcia's fighting Calvin Kattar. That should be a banger. Steve Garcia is not going to be running away. Although, to also answer your question, kind of excited to see Yusuf Zalal fight again because I like the dude. I like the way he fights, bro. I don't care. Call me crazy. I think he fights a good, high IQ, perhaps evasive heavy style of fighting, but when he gets his hands on you, he's pretty goddamn good. So I guess they're saying, is it Eduardo who is a former champion here? Oh, what the hell is this? He's a clumsy superhero. What is happening here? This dude, he does the like superhero for kids parties kind of thing. That's what it looked like. He's got hearts on his shorts. Oh, he's an LFA champion right now. Yeah, damn, he pulled off a Showtime punch. That was impressive. Oh. Man, I wish I could watch more LFA, bro. After doing the commentary for Real Cage Fighting and seeing the level of competition at like the amateur level here in Florida, I'm like, bro, I want to be watching more regional, man. Those motherfuckers really want that shit down there. Oof. Damn, that was a beautiful counter shot. Oh, and this is him fighting in the UFC. Yeah? Or PFL? Maybe that was PFL. It was Beltran with the beard/mustache out. Oh, no, it's still LFA. Okay, my bad. I thought they had said that he had gone on to a different organization. All right, so all LFA. But the dude rocking an LFA, that was some nice highlights. I'm not going to lie. Usually I'm not really, like, overly impressed with highlights only because you don't know what the level of competition is. But, like, he was pulling off flashy-ass moves, too, so. What now? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, this dude's got the tearjerker backstory over here. Mom got herself into some hard living. Well, shout out to this dude. He was raised by his grandparents because his mom was going down the wrong road. Good for them. Good for them. Doing good by the lad. Yeah, and this is another reason why I like The Ultimate Fighter. I mean, you know, this is real shit, man. A lot of these dudes coming from pretty harsh upbringings, you know? Joseph Morales, flyweight. I think they were saying that this is the dude who has experience in the organization. The name does not immediately jump out to me. I wonder who takes care of the Tough House while they're not using it. You think they just got like a UFC property management organization? Okay, he was only in the UFC for a year. Oh, he fought 3 times in 1 year? Damn. What a gangster. Shit, I mean, win or lose his fights. Shit, at least he's active. Damn, nice rear naked there. Oh, and he had the unfortunate luck of running into Davison Figueiredo. Ooh. Damn. Damn, and lost his 3rd fight by split. And that got him cut? Man, they were way more ruthless back then. This dude, if he had started his career later, like nowish, there's no way that guy would be cut after a finish in his first fight, a loss to a future champion, even though, of course, they wouldn't have known that at the time. But either way, one finish, a loss, and then a split decision loss, that absolutely would keep you around now. As it should. I mean, come on, man. That's a fine record for a dude who's just starting out. Think about the women's divisions. Got fighters in there 0-17. She's a real scrappy fighter with tenacity. 0-17. Didgery motherfucking Dave. G'day, mate. Good morning to you, sir. Are you able to watch The Ultimate Fighter? Chael giving some good advice there. Don't settle in the bottom. I appreciate that. You know, we were talking about that on the commentary for Real Cage Fighting. There's a fight where a dude was accepting the position a little bit too much, you know, and that's about it. When you accept the position on bottom, you're that's another handshake agreement between you and your opponent saying you get the upper hand. Haven't watched yet? It is airing live right now. I would assume that it's airing live now for you as well. Maybe they release it later for your region of the world. Oh my God, who does this dude look like? He looks like somebody I know. He just looks like an amalgamation of a lot of people I have known in life. I think that's what it is. Oh, and there's Colby. Going to fuck with Bilal's food. Colby actually coaching over here as opposed to playing crazy hijinks pranks on Kick. Everybody watches and aspires to be Colby. No one should be aspiring to be Colby Covington. I mean, all respect to Colby for the accomplishments he did have, but you don't need to be Colby to do that. Also, Colby, I would suspect, probably a pretty good coach as well. Underneath, again, once you strip away the bullshit. That's why him and Chael get along so well. Bullshitters recognize bullshitters. Thank you for checking in, David Burns. Hope all is well with you. Hope your day is starting off well. Yeah, if Eduardo is an LFA champion right now, I would suspect that he's probably going to come in here and kick some ass. He better be actually using some of those elbows that he's practicing right now. I want to see some of those in-training elbows in this fight. We are seeing some good elbow attacks recently. I want more. I want all of the elbows, people. 2025, year of the bows. Where are you watching it at? I don't see it on Disney, ESPN, or Fight Pass. Really? Yeah, maybe they release it later in your region then, because I'm watching it on ESPN Plus. Yeah, it's airing live right now, as far as like America goes. But no, yeah, I mean not live. I mean, I guess what I mean by saying that is that I'm watching the first airing of it in the United States, so maybe they air it later for you guys. This is the premiere of it, as far as I know. Yeah, they're all live right now performing this Ultimate Fighter for us. We're watching a stage play over here. Bill Burr's going to pop out in the background there. This isn't Glengarry. Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to all of the homies that actually did go out and purchase the Real Cage Fighting pay-per-view. I cannot tell you how much that means to myself and Vitz King. That's a level of support that like it really means a hell of a lot. So thank you for that to everybody who did that. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary. From what I understand, people are enjoying it. That's, to me, the utmost, most important thing. So if everybody's enjoying it, I know that me and Vitz did. So we cannot wait to do it again. At least I can't wait to do it again. I had an absolute blast. The ESPN that's part of... Oh, you have it as like a Disney package. I think it's on ESPN 2. If you get ESPN 2 as part of that package, check ESPN 2. I know that might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know how that shakes out in Australia. Also, I said I wasn't going to say too much about it, but next video topic, the only hint I'll give, involves Australia. Or at least that region of the world. No ESPN 2. Ah, damn, that sucks, David. I'm sorry, my guy. That blows. I mean, I'm sure that you can probably find it somewhere, but I wouldn't know a location for that. Holler at Toby. Watch. Yeah, no, I mean, again, I said it before, can't endorse it, but I support you as a human being always and a friend, so whatever you do in life, I'm going to support that. All right, we're back. We're seeing Cactus. Tense music playing now. Jeff Mullen. Oh, look at this. Both coaches present for the weigh-ins. What a novel concept. And this dude with his big plastic hammer is coming to the scale right now. Oh, that's funny, dude. DC is doing the trash talking because his fucking team member is not going to. Oh, that's fucking great. See? You knew that there was going to be funniness. Look at him. And this dude with his plastic hammer, because he's got a superhero thing that he does to entertain the community. I'm for it, man. I'm all for it. I like it. I think it's dope. Going out there, being a clumsy superhero, apparently. Hey, Didgery, thank you for checking in, my guy. Appreciate you, man. We'll be back on Saturday for the fights, of course. Oh, yeah, and keep an eye out for the replay stream of us commentating on Real Cage Fighting coming up sometime soon. Working out the time for that. Oh, okay, all right. But Buddy's taking it a little bit too far over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought it was Calm Brazilian is the one really talking to this dude over here. These guys jawing at each other in the crowd at the weigh-ins. Cool. Sounds good. Didgery Dave, appreciate you, bro. Have a great rest of your day just starting out. Chael is taking the high road. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Chael trolling so hard right now. I love it. I did not appreciate that trash talking. I thought it was uncalled for. That's just not the kind of sportsmanship that I, Chael P. Sonnen, bring to the table. It's not me. I'm not that guy. Yeah. Chael taking the more disciplined, sensei-like approach. DC, giant goofball approach. Let's see how these styles clash with one another over the course of this season. Oh, I didn't know that they had a chapel in the Ultimate Fighter house. It's just windows that look somewhat like stained glass. Saying a little prayer here. It always is amazing to me that religious people will say a prayer, and then if they lose the fight, it's just like, oh, well, God had different plans for me. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Sorry, man. Shout out to all my religious friends, but it is just a little bit odd to me. Just wanted to mention him new channel, a God. Yeah. Shout out to the homie God. Just getting his career on YouTube started. All right. Gonna beat the shit out of this dude and shut his whole team up. I like the confidence. Eduardo Enrique. See how he fights. It's kind of what's most important, right? DC always away with words. You look good, champ. I like your haircut. I like everything. DC 2025. Everybody hitting pads, everybody hitting hands. This dude is taping a picture to the wall. Someone important to him. Wife and kids, I guess. I appreciate that we had the hothead moment already in episode 1 with those two dudes who are jawing at each other at the weigh-ins. Both guys who are not fighting on this episode. Dana in attendance, again, still pre-TKO boxing. All right. Blue is in the cage. All right. Yellow with yellow and red toy hammer making his way to the octagon. Yeah. Talking about how big of a dream it is. One-handed cartwheel into the cage. Let's see what the LFA champ has for us here. Decent amount of time left on the episode. 48 minutes in. Should be a good amount of fight going on, hopefully. Unless they trying to keep us on our toes, guessing. Oh my God, I cannot escape this fucking Timothy Chalamet commercial. Jesus Christ, I hate this shit. So what do you do? When you act, do you destroy yourself? It's like, no, when you act, you find yourself, bro. Why is he saying it with an American accent? Isn't he British? Sonish Khan, bro, when flyweight will fight? Are there flyweights on this season? I guess, is that the other weight class? I would assume next episode, unless they're doing a two-parter tonight, but I think it's only the one, I believe. I didn't see if they were doing the double episode airing. But yeah, I would suspect that if they're doing the two weights thing this season, which I would suspect that they are, most of the time that is the case now, right? So yeah, if not now, because this is welterweights that are fighting, right? No, these guys are smaller. Are these guys flyweights? I wasn't paying close enough attention to be perfectly honest. I should have been. But if you're asking about those guys, I do know that there is that one dude from India on the show making a wild leap in assuming anything, but your name might lead me to believe that is someone you're keeping an eye on. Again, wild leap, but am I right? Yeah, welterweight and flyweight. Both these guys look kind of small. Maybe these guys are flyweights. But Indian dude is not fighting on this episode. There's flyweight contender. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Okay, I was correct. Arshian Memon. Will he fight on episode 1 or the second? I think if they're going to be alternating, let me see what weight they're fighting at right now. Yeah, these guys are definitely flyweights. Okay, so he might not be fighting until the 3rd, perhaps, because these guys are flyweights here. Yeah, they're fighting 125. So these guys are flyweights. I would think that welterweight's fighting next episode, and it's going to alternate. So probably episode 3, I would say, is as early as he's going to be fighting. But they did show him on the show already, so I am aware of him. Oh, all right, here we go. Fight's underway. Henrique in the yellow, Morales in the blue. See if the LFA champion over here has got what it takes. This should be like an LFA fight for him. Nice jab for Morales. Knee comes up for the champ. Doesn't get anything with it, but a nice low kick to the calf. Ooh, good body shot for Morales. Oh, flying knee attempt for Henrique does not land. Throwing those knees a lot. See if those are going to pay off for him at some point. That was a nice shot for him. Goes to the body, mixing up his shots. Good entry there. Oh, damn, that was a nice crack. Good counter for Henrique. Another body shot thrown there for him. Henrique putting some power out now. Not to the body, but those counter shots were pretty heavy. Another good jab for Morales. Morales keeps pumping that jab out there. Oh, nice clash there. Oh, another one. Looked like Morales got the better of that one. Oh, good body shot there. Nice teep for Henrique. Keep a little bit of distance after getting touched there by Morales. Another nice low kick for Henrique. Oh, nice one for Morales. That might have stung him a little bit. He looked like he was a little slow to get himself back in gear. Ooh. All right. Morales goes for a level change and gets it. And going to the back now is Morales. Ooh. Not looking good for Mr. LFA over here. Got the body triangle and nice and locked in there. Gonna have to be like fighting the hands here, trying to roll himself over, which he is doing a little bit, but Morales doing a nice job of keeping the position, but Morales needs to get those hands active, which he's doing now. Got the one hand across the neck. Other hand's free, bro. Why are you not locking this up? Lock it up. Oh, he's trying to go the other side. That's why. Oh, okay. Face crank. Yeah. Hand fighting from Henrique. Oh, there it is. Oh, he's got it. You got to tap. Hell yeah. Hey, UFC experience trumping LFA championship gold in The Ultimate Fighter. Damn, nice rear naked for Joseph Morales there, and he is hyped as fuck right now. Screaming. Yeah. Primal scream over here. Joseph Morales. Damn, that was a really nice performance, honestly. I thought that he might have rocked him a little bit. I had said that. And then he went down pretty quickly. Yeah, solid connections there. DC thinking that Henrique got a little too confident in the stand-up. I don't think that's what it was. I think he got touched. But Sanish, if you are still here, I'm going to be trying to do watch-alongs for every episode of The Ultimate Fighter. So if you come back and hang out for another episode, I will make sure to tell you everything that's going on with Arshian Memon. Yeah, I mean, decent striking on Eduardo's side, but nothing on the ground. And like I said, he went down pretty easy. So I think some of those counter shots, or those close range shots, rather, from Morales might have touched him a little bit. Doing it for the wife and kids. Doing the classic tough hold the picture up in the cage. Yeah. Shout out to Joseph Morales for a really solid body triangle too, by the way. All right, this dude. Tears of joy right now. Morales shutting up the other team, and he's happy to do it. He certainly was not holding back after he got the submission, yelling down his opponent, yelling down the yellow team. I feel bad for the kid, Eduardo. Every champion makes mistakes and has their ups and downs. You are correct, sir. We've seen plenty of people who have lost on the Contender Series and on The Ultimate Fighter who have come back and had perfectly fine careers. So always keep that in mind for everybody who loses on this show. Oh, they are doing multiples per episode early. Yeah, I guess they have to, right? So, okay, the welterweights are fighting today. So they're not doing it flyweight, welterweight, or anything like that, where we are... and I guess we're also doing the 2-hour dealie. Awesome. So, welterweight's coming up here. Oh, shout out to Chase coming on for the last little bit of the episode. I guess the second half, rather. I guess he got home in time. All right, the welterweights. Dude with a very wild beard and little bun combination. Not really a bun, more of a just a mini ponytail up top. But that beard is kind of doing what mine does. If you let it go, it just starts to go out in all directions. His is just kind of shaped a little bit forward. Curls up like the Fighting Irish guy. Oh, I guess not. I guess they were just announcing that it's the welterweights next. All right. Oh, we're going to have some trash talking this season. I love it. Guys getting angry at each other. I love the reality aspect of The Ultimate Fighter. Oh, God. Pickleball is going to be the coach's challenge. Perfect for these two elderly gentlemen. DC and Chael. Why? Oh, look at that. TJ Dillashaw coming in. Gonna teach him how to juice. All right, guys. It's important to... Damn. That dude was bloody as fuck. Holy shit. They just flashed... Somebody's getting fucked up on this season. All right. So that, I believe, is episode 1. I'll let this run just to see if they're going to do the back-to-back thing. But I didn't see if they were going to. We got to remember, I didn't even realize that this was actually going down until like yesterday during the podcast. So I do not have a ton of information. They don't put a ton of information out about the show, to be perfectly honest. Let me see what UFC.com says. Yeah, they don't really even tell you. Yeah, no real info about it. So, we'll let these 2 minutes of advertisements play, and if there's more Ultimate Fighter, then cool, and if not, then it is what it is, I guess. The anticipation is killing me. Oh my God, let's get to the other side of these commercials. I want to know. Either way, cheers for you guys hanging out with me for the Ultimate Fighter. Appreciate it. Cheers to all of the new subscribers, because we've had plenty, which I very much appreciate that as well. If you are new, welcome. Tell a friend that likes MMA. Subscribe to Yama. The most okay MMA channel on the platform. Is this somebody covering REM? Or is this actually REM? There's like a song that sounded like a lot like REM, but like a dude pretending to be Michael Stipe. So I don't know if that's just modern REM or a band that sounds a lot like them now. All right. The last of the commercials are coming to an end here. What will happen? Is there more episode? Nope. Doesn't look like it. All right, let's go back to the main page here and see if there's a second episode. Oh, episode 1. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, that does look like it will be it. Let me see where episode 2 is listed. Upcoming. Let's see, is this episode 2? That is indeed next week. So I guess then we are done for tonight. So there you go. They are not doing the back-to-back 2 episodes thingy. And I would suppose then that means that we have concluded the Ultimate Fighter for this evening. So unless there is anything else that anybody else wants to talk about, I guess we are going to call it on this stream. So good fight, I would say. I guess just to recap the episode, Joseph Morales getting a nice rear naked choke to start things off over Eduardo Henrique, who is an LFA champion. And Morales was in the UFC for a year, fought 3 times, got another rear naked choke in his first UFC fight, got beaten by Davison Figueiredo in his second, and then went to a split decision in his third. So probably shouldn't have even cut this guy in the first place. A belt always signifies, even subconsciously to people, that the dude is about his game, which it certainly should. But of course, in this sport, there are levels to it, and even a champion can fall to the experience of a guy who's been in the organization already. So shout out to Joseph Morales. Just to recap, Monday nights on this channel, there's a podcast called Last Week's Fights. Myself and Chase Parton will be breaking down each and every fight from the previous week's UFC card. So next Monday will be a breakdown of Blanchfield and Barber. We are going to be doing a watch along for that on this channel as well. So if you want to watch the fights and do it with myself and the Vitz King, you can come and hang out with us for that. There is a video on the channel right now about Chael Sonnen, who is a coach on The Ultimate Fighter this season. So check that out if you haven't already. New content is going to be worked on this week. So we'll see how long it takes me to get the video together, but I'm hoping to get it out fairly quickly. And we've got the replay stream of the Real Cage Fighting event that myself and Vitz King commentated on live. The VOD is available now as a pay-per-view. You can go to the post section on youtube.com/@YamaShow to find the link for the pay-per-view. $10 goes to a good cause supporting the Cage Life Foundation. So give willingly to that, knowing that your hard-earned dollars are going towards good. And we're, the watch-along is going to be us commenting on the event and our commentary. So come and watch myself and Vitz King do that. We haven't figured out exactly when that's going to start just yet. We'll see. Might do it tomorrow, possibly, probably not. We might do it on Thursday. That might make sense. I might end up doing it by myself. Stick around. Keep your eyes open. I'll let you know what the deal is. Yama Show on Instagram and on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on there as well. And that is going to do it for the very, very long, drawn-out plug announcement that I am going to end this stream with. So thank you very much for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate all y'all in the chat. And until next time, fight on.
Change.